What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Battlestar, and today we're going to be talking about how to do overlays and how to make overlays for your live stream. Now, overlays are a good way to present more information from yourself to your viewers, like your Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram accounts, as well as Discord. It's also a call to action. You can write on there like, comment, and subscribe, or have a little subscribe button on there. Basically, just a way to get information out there, show your most recent subscriber, most recent donor, and stuff like that. It's kind of a way to get your viewers and your audience to kind of drive traffic maybe on another social media outlet, or to say thank you, or just to interact with them so that it's always there, especially if you're not constantly talking about it. If they want to get to know more about you, if they want to be able to communicate with you, you can have your Twitter account or your Discord account on there. So if you have the Elgato Game Capture, which you kind of see right here in the game capture software, they'll give you some overlays and stuff. But on the Mac version, the software is a little bit behind. You can't really edit it right then and there. If you go through, like, I have a folder set up here on my desktop. If you navigate through the Elgato's folders and all the like stuff in that software, you'll find a folder that says scenes, which I've retitled. And they'll give you some stuff to kind of work on here. So we have like headshot 2. This is going to go open up. It's a very simple, this part's going to be blank, but it's a very simple border that you'll see there. Stay connected. So you see Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. But you'll have to go in and add things to it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to come in, go to our web browser. I've been looking at different websites and different things to work on this stuff, but the one website that I use the most and the one website that stays free is bfunky.com. So you can go, and I'm not sponsored by them at all or anything like that. This is just the website that I use. This is for very basic edits and stuff like that. So go into there, add photo editor, hit upload my computer, desktop, because we know that folder's there, overlays, Elgato. We know it's the headshot 2, so we'll open that up. Now these squares basically mean that it's going to be this part's going to be transparent. So this is not actually going to show up on your live stream. This is where you are going to show up, or the game that you're playing is going to show up. Now, so we have to stay connected on Twitter. I have a Twitter account, so we'll leave that alone. YouTube, I have a YouTube account, so we'll leave that alone. I really don't have Instagram, and I really don't want to link my personal Facebook to it. So the first thing we'll come over and do is go to graphics, geometry, pick a rectangle, kind of shrink it down just enough to cover the Instagram and YouTube logo. And of course, you want to have it evenly on there. Now, if you come over here, you can change the color, different colors, different intensities. I'm going to increase the intensity all the way to 100. You're going to grab the little eyedropper logo there and match the color on, so that way it doesn't even look like it's there. Now, one of the things that I do have, I have, obviously I play on PlayStation, so I want people to know that I'm playing on PlayStation. I'll come over to add layers. This will, ahead of time, you can go onto like Google or Bing and download logos, and you'll see them with a transparent background. So we're actually going to go ahead and open a new tab. We're already going to be on Google, so we'll look for PlayStation logo. PlayStation 4. So we'll go into images. You're going to see images of the PlayStation 4. So we want to look for the PlayStation logo. So we'll click the first thing. Now this is a good example. You can't see it on your screen, but there's a bunch of gray squares here in this area. That's what you basically want to look for. Let me see if I can find one that'll show it. This is another one where back here on my laptop, it's white and gray squares. That's basically just going to mean that the background's going to be transparent. So when you move this picture, when you save this picture, the only thing you're really going to get is just this PlayStation logo here and the word PlayStation with the R in a circle and R in a circle there, the registered marks there. So we're going to take this pic, save image to downloads, come back to our maker, add layers. Now this is where you can go in and add different things like that. So you see there, I got the Twitch logo. So there's that PlayStation logo we were looking for earlier. So go ahead and choose this. Like I said, that white background didn't show up. It's just because it was transparent. It's just that. So we'll resize it to fit right down here. Now we can zoom in and kind of drag the screen over so that we can see what we're working on. So we want it to just fit, slightly, kind of look like it's just been there the whole time. Give yourself some space to fill out any text or any basically your name and stuff like that you want to put in there. All right, so now that that's sitting there, you can also come to edit, which we'll go into more when we do the thumbnail video. But like this is again a free website, so you can crop, resize, rotate. If you see plus or premium, that means you just have to sign up for one of their memberships. But this pretty much allows you to do a lot of different things for free. And it's been free. I've been using it for a while now. It's been free the whole time. So since we're doing an overlay, we're not actually going to do any of that stuff. But like I said, you got touch ups, effects, artsy, frames, graphics, which you'll end up using a lot to like block things out. You have overlays, text. Now text is where we're going to add text to what it is that you're looking for. It'll use yours is basically whatever fonts your computer or laptop has. Ours is theirs, pertaining to their website. So one of my favorite ones to use is the Merriweather. So I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see that more. So come over, drag and drop. My Twitter is at the Battlestar, so I'll set it up just the same way I would see it on Twitter so that there's no mistakes. And I'll close. Now this part is important. If this tab right here will stretch and give you more space if you wanted to keep typing. But when you're going to make this bigger or smaller, you want to actually close this so you're not making that extra space bigger and smaller. And it's just focusing on the words and the stuff that you have text. So we're going to shrink this down a bit just so that it fits. We'll come down, zoom in a little bit, close it, and set it up just right about there. The white line that you see there is basically showing me that it's balanced right in the middle of that space. So I can go ahead and put it in. And then if I zoom out to about here, that's what people are going to see. Now it's kind of small and it's hard to see. So one of the things that I like to do for this, since this already is transparent, you can actually come into your graphics, come into geometry, pick triangle again, or even say I want to delete this one because we already have a black square here. Anything that's outside in this gray area is not going to show up. So when I click the transparent, you see how most of that black box just disappeared, but I know that the box is still there. I can actually double click, or with my Mac, I will press with 2 fingers, but you can duplicate the items, so left click there for Windows users. You can actually extend this. And since that area that's got the gray squares is already transparent, I can actually make this gray squares or this black square rectangle as big as I'd like to make the bottom border just a little bit taller or a little bit bigger. So now that's what my border would be as opposed to a small bar on there. So now I can actually increase the size of my text more so that it is more visible and people who are viewing my live stream can see it. Now the white line at the bottom shows me the bottom part. That's the lowest that I can go for it to show up. And that middle part shows that it's balanced within the middle of the square. So basically that's what it's going to look like. And again, you can just increase the size of all the different logos and stuff you're going to put in there. So we're going to go in real quick. We're going to set this up similar to what I have mine set up at. So we'll go through the downloads. Like I said, I have already most of the different logos that I need. Like here's my Twitter logo. So we can go in and make this a little bit smaller. Set it up right here. Or even bring it over more. Again, stay balanced. Now the text, it's pretty cool that this website allows you to change a lot of the stuff. You can change the font size. You can give it some spacing, which I like to do for my thumbnails. You can decide how it's going to orient, what color the actual body of the text is going to be. So like as you see, I'm making it red, black, whatever color I want. You can change the outline. You can do red and white or blue and white, red and black. And you can give it a box behind it. kind of make it stand out a little bit more. And again, you can pick any color that's on there. You just set your sensitivity a little bit higher so that the color stands out a little bit more. And this means just transparent, or that there isn't going to be a box there. You also have your blend modes, and this is kind of like a little menu thing for you to duplicate, to move stuff around. We'll go over this one a little bit more when we're doing the how to do thumbnails. So of course we have our Twitter logo, so we want to fit this a little bit better to fit just in there. So we'll put that there. We also have our YouTube logo, was the other one that was on there. So we'll come through here, look for the YouTube logo. You can see we already have one saved. Now again, you're just going to go on YouTube or on Google or Bing and look up, YouTube logo or, PlayStation logo, whatever it is that you're basically looking for. So we can actually click the text here. Again, bring up this menu, duplicate the item, take off the @ symbol, and there it is, just the Battlestar. So now so you see the 3 lines there. It means that this is perfectly lined up with the other Battlestar so that it's symmetrical and you don't have to worry about that. So say I wanted to add the PlayStation logo. This is going to show me that the PlayStation logo is somewhat lined up with the Twitter and YouTube logos. Now its size is off by a little bit, so I'll just have to fix the sizing of it and match everything up. So again, I would just duplicate the text, and there's my gamer tag. So you want to line it up with the rest of the text that's on the screen. And that's a basic and simple overlay. It's got my PSN on there. So anybody who comes see, this is going to be gameplay up here. They're going to hear me talking. A lot of times people will ask, oh, what system are you playing on? Bam, they're going to already see the PlayStation logo there. So they're going to know that's PlayStation. He must be playing PlayStation 4. Some people on different multiplayer games that you play want to throw you a friend request and play with you or party up or whatever the case may be. Bam, there's your PSN, so they already know what to look for and send you a party or a friend request. Some people, if you want to direct traffic to your Twitter, there's your Twitter handle. So you'd basically be like, hey, I'm doing a poll for the next live stream, or if you guys want to connect with me some more, or you guys want to chat some, when I'm not live streaming, you could always catch me on @the Battlestar on Twitter. And of course, if you're streaming on Twitch and you want to drive some traffic to your YouTube channel, or if you're streaming on Facebook or wherever this video or that live stream may be accessed by viewers, you want to drive traffic to whatever channel you want to put up there. You don't necessarily have to set it up like this. You can set it up however you want. Like I have one this, if I move this gray box here, it'll say stay connected real small right here. So you can go ahead and duplicate that. Or you can, one of my overlays says, thank you for your support over here. And it's got my name in the corner there. So you can add and put different text and stuff like that. And these are still text. So it's not going to be scrolling and stuff like that. That's something you would set up via your Elgato or Streamlabs, depending on which software you had and which one you were using. This is just a basic stills. Like this is what it's going to be when your viewers are signing in to see you live stream. This is what their screen's going to be. It's going to be a bunch of gameplay up here, and then whatever logos they have or whatever logos you have, and any text that you have down here, or if you have your name up there or anything like that. Now you're going to flatten your layers, which will, when it comes to save, will flatten on its own. But that's basically going to show you what the finished product is going to look like. You'll come over here to save. You'll save it on your computer. Now, if you're using the Elgato game capture software, in order to use overlays, it has to be a PNG file because JPEG is just going to kind of drive it a little bit crazy. So we'll change overlay sample is basically where we're going to name the file. Make sure it stays PNG, save, and then we're done. So I can actually drop out of this chat menu here, open up my Finder, or for other people would be like your documents and stuff like that. Go to recent. I know my overlay sample is there. So then I would just take that file and add it to my overlays folder so that I know it's always there, and I can go in and at any time use that overlay. Now I have, like I said, I have a lot of different overlays, and we've used a lot of different of the options on the Be Funky to like change different colors. So here's one that we made. This is the original. You can go on Google or Bing and look up overlays. Like I said, you just want to make sure this white screen area here when you're looking it up online is a bunch of gray and white squares, which for whatever reason didn't show up. It doesn't show up when you're looking at the preview, and then you would change the color, exposures, and you just play around with it a little bit and just kind of make different overlays or different information on there. This one is with my old logo, so we have new ones of those with new logos and stuff like that. So there's one with the team logo on it. Like I said, you would just make any of these. Once they're made, you would come over to your Elgato software, basically go to edit scene or pick one of these that doesn't have one. You need to open up your preview. There'll be an X in this corner. You click clear the overlay that's there. Hit the plus, add image, open your overlays, and just put it on there. And then you may or may not have to stretch it out so that the dotted area is basically right here. So I'm going to open this up so you can kind of see it. So you can see there the dotted stuff was there in the corner. I didn't talk while that preview was up because it'll echo pretty bad. But you can see it was stretched all the way out, so the dotted line will be out here. But that's basically how you do overlays, and it's a real quick and simple way to have overlays on your live stream and just do quick edits. Basically, put quick information there. You don't want to overload your overlay, but you want to have, if you're trying to direct people to any social media accounts, any other YouTube accounts, or anything like that, you want to put that on there, as well as getting like newer subscribers and stuff like that. Your stream labels will allow you to have text like that into your overlays, and then you leave certain blank areas where you want that text to show up. But that's a basic setup for overlays. As always, I'm your host, the Battlestar. I really hope this how-to video helped you guys out. If you guys have any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section. If there's anything else you guys want help with or have any questions about, definitely let me know. I don't mind making more videos. This is kind of my way of giving back and saying thank you for the people that support and subscribe to my channel.